This happened about a year ago when I was 26. I'm a woman and generally friendly to most people. For context, I'm about 5'7", a little overweight, but I somehow still get a fair amount of attention, often unwanted. That particular summer day, I was heading home from work. I worked in a warehouse and was wearing old yoga pants and a bleach-stained t-shirt. No makeup, messy hair, and completely unbothered by how I looked. It was hot, typical of the South, and I just wanted to grab some materials to build a makeshift shelf in my new apartment. I stopped by a local hardware store to grab wood and cinder blocks. I grabbed a large rolling cart and started loading it up myself. I take pride in being strong and independent when it comes to doing things myself. As I was lifting a few blocks, a store employee approached me. I gave him a polite smile. He was in his 40s, maybe a bit younger. He had wire-framed glasses, thin facial hair, and was balding, but oddly fit. He offered to help. I told him no, that I had it, but he insisted, saying that it was his job. Without waiting for my response, he took the cart and started pushing it himself. He began asking me questions, what I was building, what I needed, things like that. At first, I answered shortly, not wanting to be rude, but something about his tone made me uncomfortable. Then came the personal stories, his time in the military, how he stays in shape, random flexing. It was weird, not threatening yet, just off. When we got to the lumber section, I started grabbing boards myself, but he quickly took over again. He would walk very close behind me, and that's when I first heard it, a soft sound, right in my ear, like he was looking at food, not a person. I froze for a second. I tried to brush it off and continue, but each time I picked something up, he'd whisper things like, nice form, or make more of those disgusting sounds directly behind me. I felt like I couldn't shake him. I told him I was done and heading to the checkout. He reminded me I mentioned needing a few more things. I told him no, I was leaving. He still insisted on pushing the cart. At checkout, one of the boards didn't have a sticker, so he went to grab another. As he passed me again, he leaned in and said softly, "Delightful." That word gave me chills. He came back, placed the new board, and brushed past my hip, despite there being space. He whispered, "Could eat you up," as if it were a compliment. My skin crawled. I checked out and said I'd take the cart myself. He refused, saying he had to bring it back anyway. I told him I'd pull my car to the front and load it. Reluctantly, he went back inside. I quickly got into my car and pulled up front. But he was already outside, waiting. As I was lifting a board, he snatched it from my hand and smiled. "Oh no, Maya, I've got it. I can get it in there, like swimwear." Wait, Maya? He used my real name. I never told him my name. I didn't have a name tag. No way he could have known. My heart dropped. How did he know who I was? He loaded my car, then walked over and opened my door for me. I ignored him completely. But as I got in, he leaned right by my ear and whispered again, delicious." I gave him the most disgusted look I could muster. He licked his lips, winked, and walked off like nothing was wrong. I locked my doors immediately. As I started the engine, he tapped on the window and waved. "Drive safe, Maya. Hope the new apartment's treating you well. It was nice getting to know you." I sped off. I don't know who that man was. I've never met him in my life before that day, and I have no clue how he knew my name or where I lived. I never went back to that store again. And the worst part? That wasn't even the beginning, just the start of something worse.